what would you tell your kids about the world?
Don't trust anyone.
Is that really what you tell them?
Absolutely.
Dude, we're the same person. Although I have a hard time. You have a hard time trusting people?
Yeah.
Why?
No, not a trusting. I trust, like, I work on, like, I have people working under me, I have other people. I trust people. But to a certain extent.
Trust but verify.
Yeah, trust, but just know that that person can turn your back on you one day. And just you prepare for that,
Whoa.
Yeah. Happened to me.
Were you always that
I
way?
think I'm talking about experience. And I also, mostly experience. And that's why I don't get disappointed. Back then, you trust someone, you feel friend with someone, and then he goes on his own interest. And it's not because he's trying to hurt you. He just goes on his own. So, kind of prepare myself for that.
The day you realize that...
You got good coffee here, I got to tell you.
It's good coffee?
Shams.
Really?
Yeah.
The day you realize it's not my coffee, to thank them. Thanks, Stephanie.
I will. That's Stephanie?
Stephanie. The day you realize that someone not showing up on time to a meeting,
Mm-hmm.
or someone not following through with something,
Mm-hmm.
or someone doing to you something that's not right, the day you realize that them doing or not doing that thing has everything to do with their shortcomings than anything to do with you, is the day that you start seeing it differently. As long as I'll tell you something that drove me crazy all the time.
Okay.
It used to. I'm very much the person, if we said let's meet for coffee at 8 and you showed up at 8:05, it used to bug me. It used to bug me for two reasons. One, that you showed up late. But the biggest reason that it bugged me is that you didn't give me a heads up. Meaning, I don't care that you show up late. If you show up at 8:15, I'm fine with that. But let me know by 8 that you'll be late. For whatever reason, it drove me nuts. And it shouldn't have. It shouldn't have.
It should. I think it should, and I'll tell you why.
But it drove me nuts until I realized that the reason you didn't show up on time had nothing to do with me. As for whatever reason, you showing up at 8:15 made me feel like I am worth to you so little. Here's what I'm worth to you. Being late by 15 minutes. That's what I thought. That's how I saw it. Meaning that's my worth. That's what I mean to you. I mean to you so little that you could just show up 15 minutes late. And then I shifted the thinking to, wait a minute. This person doesn't show up on time to anything. This person's late to work. This person, no one trusts this person.
He was late to his own wedding.
Right. No one trusts this person. This person can't follow through with that. This person can't be trusted with whatever. The day I started seeing the big picture and not focusing on myself so much, it had nothing to do with me. Like
So interesting.
You know what I mean? So them showing up 15 minutes late has zero to do with me because they do it with everyone. And so from that point on, I'm like, okay, it doesn't bother me as much. It doesn't. And when it does happen, I go, I hope this person figures out in life to at least give people a heads up. You don't have to show up on time. There's traffic. There's unforeseen circumstances. There's last minute stuff that come up. Like, we live in a crazy world. I'm not sitting here saying that, whatever. But we have a phone. You could shoot me a text.
There's no excuse, you mean, why not to...
There's no excuse to not give me a heads up. There is a good excuses for not showing up on time. But there's no excuse to not give me a heads up. There isn't, in my opinion. And I very much try to be on time, and if I can, I try to give a heads up. Am I always perfect? Of course not. But it took me a while to sort of change and shift how I see that, because I used to take it personal until I realized, wait a minute, this person's this person is as non-trustworthy with everyone, not just with me.
Mm-hmm.
So